The Hamilton real estate market didn't crash in January, but it did send some strong signals as Hamilton is now in a much slower, negotiable market that favors buyers. But this impact truly does depend on what you're looking to buy in Hamilton and where. So I thought in this video here, we would break down the stats for Hamilton, both based on the property type of detached homes, townhomes, and condos, but also the 10 different regions of Hamilton, showing you how the first month of 2026 has impacted the real estate market and what the numbers are indicating. Now, there's also a couple of things here that are showing different things than what I think are actually showing in the real estate market. So I'll point that out so you don't misinterpret any of the data. But let's not waste any more time and jump into this month's January market update. So if we scroll down here and we first look at the overview section for the month of January, as you can see, the sales for this month are at 309 for all of Hamilton, while the new listings is at 817. And funny enough, both the sales and new listings compared to this time last year are actually down. Now, one thing to note quickly here is the sales to new listings ratio. If we just look at these two here and actually divide these numbers, it's about 37% is what it is. Now, I'll show you in just a second why I mentioned that. But in terms of the inventory, like we expected, we're seeing the highest level of inventory we've seen in January for the last 10 years at basically 1,600. And then the median and average are down about 8 and 5% respectively compared to this time last year. Now, if we go over here, and before we get back to the sales to new listings ratio I just mentioned, let's take a look at how these compare for the last 10 years. So the number of sales is really in the middle, we'll say, kind of in the benchmark below, but at the same time, kind of on par. What we're seeing is the number of new listings is still quite high, not as high as last January, but I imagine this number will continue to rise as we get into the spring market. Then we go over here to the active number of new listings. And as you can see, this right now is the highest amount of active listings we've had in January, like I mentioned. And then over here, our sales to new listings ratio is 47.09, but this is trailing 3 months. So the reason why I mentioned it earlier being more like 37 and this one here is indicating 47 is because the lack of inventory that hit the market in December. And since this is a trailing 3-month sales to new listings ratio, December's massive dip in inventory, if we go back over here, I'll show you what I mean. This dip in inventory right here is dragging that number, well, technically up is what it's doing for the sales to new listings ratio. So I imagine this number will kind of continue back down. As if we go over here and we look at the sales to new listings ratio, as you see, January was actually on the incline. I imagine as we kind of progress and we get further away from that dip in December, more incorporating those January, February, March numbers, we're going to see this number continue to get back down to this baseline here and continue to get more into a deeper buyer's market. Now, that's also indicating the same thing for the months of inventory. As you can see here, on a whole, Hamilton is in a buyer's market. Detached homes are a little bit better. I imagine this number will kind of pop back up here a bit more as we start to see the spring inventory hit the market later in the late February, early March. Now, if we go over here, 47% is the sales to new listing like we discussed. The median days on market for January is 49, which is definitely above the average, as you can see here. And that's primarily due to the inventory that did sit in the market in December, sat for a long time. So you have a lot of carryover into January of that stale listing. So I imagine as we enter the spring market, more listings will get refreshed, more activity will happen. This number will kind of tick a bit more down. Now, if we look at it by property type and first look at detached homes, here we can see the number of sales for detached homes was sitting at 179. The number of new listings was at 441. And again, down this time last year. However, with that said, the sales to new listings again is going to be well under that 40% mark. Then inventory here is again on the highest level it's been in the last 10 years for detached homes. With that said, while it's the highest, the median and average sale price has decreased the least in this property type here compared to the other property types we'll take a look at in just a second at 8 and 5% respectively right here. And if we look here at where they are, like we've already discussed, they're both indicating right now more of a balanced market. I would indicate this is going to continue to rise as we see more inventory continue to hit the market, and this number dip as we finish up the trailing 3-month averages. So with that said, here is where the majority, or all the detached for that matter, sold in the month of January. As you can see, there's still lots of activity going on in the Hamilton Mountain, that $600 to like $800, $900,000 range. You have a decent amount as well in the central part of Hamilton, really in that $500 to $600,000 range. Some in Ancaster above that $1 million range, and then of course a few throughout. But as a general rule of thumb, the median to sale price ratio is about 97% or 96.5%. Here is what they're selling compared to the list price. Now, with that said, it's all going to be dependent on what the home is actually listed for. Sometimes they're going to list it a bit more, especially in this market here, if they're going to be aggressive. Now, with that said, let's look at semis and townhomes in Hamilton. And for the month of January, this was down significantly compared to last year. And only 87 sales. However, with that said, we saw more inventory hitting the market compared to this time last year at 204 new listings, making the total inventory really be 377. Now, I imagine some or a good amount of these new listings here that hit the market were ones that were pulled off at the end of 2025 that didn't sell and hit the market. That's what I've been seeing with some of my clients, especially as we're starting to see a bit more activity pick up, but it's the same homes we saw earlier with a few new ones sprinkled in between. Now, with that said, the median and average sale price for semis and townhomes in Hamilton were down about 9 and 10% respectively compared to this time last year. And then same thing, like we've already discussed, they're both sitting really in a buyer's market. And here is where all the townhomes and semis have sold in Hamilton. As you can see, the large chunk of townhomes are really selling between that $600,000 and $800,000, primarily in the Mountain, Stony Creek, and Ancaster. And then as for condos, this area here has definitely been hit the hardest, and I'm going to see it continuing this trend really into 2026. Number of sales is even down this time last year, which was already quite low last year. It's only 29 sales. However, 105 new listings hit the market. And again, the inventory is the highest it's ever been in the last 10 years at 231. And as a result of this limited amount of buyers looking for condos and high amount of inventory, we're seeing condo prices by the median and average be down about 17, 18% respectively. And if we go over here, both here, as you can see, are well into a buyer's market. The months of inventory for condos has taken a bit of a dip, but it's still sitting at basically 8 months of inventory, which is a quite strong buyer's market. Now, if we go over here, as you can see, for the few condos that did sell, they were primarily in Stony Creek, Central Hamilton, and really in that $300,000 to $500,000 price point. Then if we take a look now at the different area breakdown, and of course, if you want to get access to all these charts, these numbers here in a more detailed snapshot, then feel free to find a link down below to get access to this monthly market report. But the one I wanted to go to is this one right here, which is showing you the snapshot of the different areas in terms of what the market is in, currently speaking, and where the median price compares to this time last year. Now, overall, there's a couple of things that you're going to note. The vast majority are either in a buyer's market right now, especially Central Hamilton, Glanbrook, Stony Creek for that matter. A couple are kind of teetering in between. However, with that said, I imagine as we progress, like I mentioned, with that sales to new listings ratio, which is this one right here, even this one in Ancaster as well, East Hamilton for that matter, we're going to see these dip down a bit more. And as a result, going to be a bit more into a buyer's market. But as you can see, a bit more teetering compared to these other ones. And as a result, the ones that are seeing the lowest or the biggest decrease in price is going to be really, I would say, West Hamilton has seen the biggest decrease. Now, with that said, the West Hamilton has limited inventory, so this one here can be known to fluctuate. Central Hamilton has definitely been hit, one of the harder areas. Where like Ancaster for that matter has kind of stayed steady. It definitely has seen a bit of a decrease, but not nearly as much as Central Hamilton, Glanbrook, or Stony Creek for that matter. Now, if you want a complete breakdown based on what's going on in the real estate market, based on your search criteria, send me and my team a message today. But if you want to learn where my favorite townhomes that have recently sold, that have 3 beds, 2 bathrooms, and are under $1 million at a variety of price points, that's the next video I'd recommend you go check out. So you can find that video right here. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day.